Hi everybody, I hope you're having a nice Tuesday so far. If you've not been to my channel before, hi, I'm Emily. I am primarily a music streamer over on my main channel, but over here I do video game streams. I did have a small, almost panic attack because the first time I tried to load the game, it said video card not readable or no video card found or something like that. And I was like, that's not right. But then I just reloaded it and it was fine. So, but just like when little things like that happen, I panic a little bit because I'm like, if there's a problem with the video card, I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to, that sounds like buying something new. That sounds like a repair shop situation and I don't feel good about either of those things. So we left off just in the middle of Redcliffe Castle. We're still kind of exploring all the rooms. While we're here, we're supposed to deal with the possible demon situation, but we also need to find the blacksmith, Owen's daughter, while we're here, so we have to check all the little rooms. That's the door we can't get into. That
what is it?
Liliana acts super confident. No, that's the other one. That's the one I think we need a key for. There are a couple of different locked doors. Yes, turn it on and off, and that fixes it. High Corsity. That's usually, I mean, I know enough to do that. I know enough to do that, so I get a little bit annoyed when I have to speak to someone about like tech support on the phone and they're like, did you try turning it on and turning it off? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, okay, well, turn it on and turn it off. I'm like, I did this already. I had a problem once with my Kindle and I had to call Amazon support and they kept giving me the runaround. I was like, I have turned it on and off 6 times. And they're like, okay, well, can you do it again? And I said, okay. And proceeded to count to like 30. And I was like, okay, I turned it on and turned it off. And I didn't. I mean, I just needed them to send me a new one. It was dead, but yeah, that's kind of the extent of my troubleshooting abilities. Time to pay attention. Alistair, I am going to need you to be better about not getting injured / fainting / getting knocked out. Let's give Pancake a... Oh, we're out of health potions. Shit. Guess we're not giving him a health potion. Can I save it? Can I not die? I want to freeze him. If I can freeze him, that'll hold him still for a moment. Run away. Oh, I didn't hold him still for very long. I thought I had more. Health potions than that. Oh, I died. That's my fault for starting the combat while still being chatty. No, please don't do that. Please, you can't see it. It's giving me runtime error. I'm gonna have to reload. Okay. So far, so good. After all of 3 seconds. Okay, let's assess the situation real quick. I have 1 health potion left. I'm assuming Alistair took that right before he died. So...
as you say. Careful.
I'm gonna let him... I think that's probably the best thing to let happen anyway, since he's our tank. So actually, I'm going to let Liliana handle that one, and I'm going to try and target the ones in this room. I know I flamed Alistair a little bit, but I was trying to take the heat off of him part of the pun, at least a little bit. Good job, Pancake, taking down that one that I had knocked over. Did we do it? We did do it. Good. That was a tricky little moment. And we got another health potion. Alright, let me move that over. Oh no. He used it and then I got one more. It refilled. That's what happened. So at least we're not at 0. I don't have any flasks or anything at the moment, so I don't think I can make any. Right, I don't have any flasks. I have some elf fruit. Let's level up Alistair though. Let's give him a constitution, a strength, and a willpower. And let's give him... give him that one. That one, he will use threaten, I think, to take the heat off us if all the enemies start focusing on the rest of us that are not tanky characters. And save, yes. Let's save again. Saving prevents the game crashing. That is my totally unsubstantiated working theory, is that every time I save, it means it's not going to crash. And then if it does happen to crash, I've saved. But if I don't save, game crash. That's how it works. I got a bit spoiled streaming Mass Effect Legendary Edition first because it just, like, as the game mechanically just ran so much more smoothly. I didn't have to do anything to it. I didn't have to babysit it.
It is begun.
But it's also a newer game. We are on a new floor. Yes. Yes. Liliana, can you open this chest? I can't see.
I'll do it.
Yay. Elf fruit that I can't make into potions because I don't have flasks.
As you say.
Just taking all the castle stuff, but it's okay. We need it because we're helping.
I shall do it.
I'm gonna do a save here because if I remember correctly, we might be in combat like the second we take the stairs, and I would like to have like a safe save just in case. No, we're okay for a minute at least. Oh, not those. I hate the revenants. They are so difficult.
Don't give them the advantage! Now we do battle!
Okay, yes, please chase Alistair instead of me. Where Alistair's a little bit surrounded and a little bit dead.
It is begun. As you say. There's no glory in bloodshed. I shall do it. They need help.
I do need help. It's just me and all these baddies. I'm dead. I hate the revenants. They're tough. I would like to beat it without changing the difficulty, but I don't know. This might be another one of those cases where I have to put it on casual. Oh, aren't I supposed to like open the gate so they can come help me? I may have missed this like every time I've played. I've like just struggled my way through this difficult fight when I have those knights I could let in to help me. I just remember that the NPC said that last time.
As you say.
I never liked this part.
It is begun.
You forced our hands.
Oh no, we lost one. Thank you for your service. Oh, I set everybody on fire. I'm sorry, I didn't quite mean to do that. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I apologize. Didn't mean to set you on fire a little bit. But we made it, so it's all good. Except that one guy, he didn't make it. But the rest of us, we made it. Most of us made it, so I'll call it a win. I saw them standing there, and I remembered that the one NPC said, oh, just open the gate and we can assist you. And I think I may have never once done that playing this game. I've just struggled through this fight with the Revenant, just the party. And And then carried on without the backup. Let's see, does anybody need an injury kit? Nope, I think we're good for now. Did we come out? Yeah, we came out of that door. There's not a door over here, it's just the main door. Alright, let's continue. Isolde's not having a good time. Tegan's having a great time.
So these are our visitors. The ones you told me about, Mother.
Yes, Connor.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers. The ones I sent to reclaim my village.
Yes.
And now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is an elf, Connor. You've seen elves before. We have them here in the castle.
Oh, I remember. I had their ears cut off and fed to the dogs. The dogs chewed for hours. Shall I send it to the kennels, Mother?
Connor, I beg you. Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He is not responsible for what he does. No! Don't say that! Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned Demon. He started all this. He summoned this demon. Connor was just trying to help his father.
It was a fair deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! Ha 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 ha!
Quiet, Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This woman will have the audience she seeks. Tell us, woman, what have you come here for? To help me? To help Father? To help yourself? Which? So you're a concerned well-wisher. Why didn't you say that in the first place? All this sneaking around and killing is so unnecessary. But Father is so very ill. We really shouldn't disturb him. Isn't that right, Mother?
I don't think...
Of course you don't! Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull. I crave excitement and action. This woman spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village. And now she'll repay me.
First step in every fight is me retreating to the back so I can attack from a distance. Boys, it should be. I haven't been doing that every time I really should. Oh, I think I may have fried Alistair a little bit. Like, fried him big. Where's our backup from before? Where they just like, we'll wait outside. I'm gonna get dead. I don't have any health potions. Liliana, it's all you. And Pancake, he's gonna help.
You should run while you can.
Oops.
Defend yourself. As you like. I
Tegan.
Oh, I actually did it. We didn't die. Good.
Tegan. Are you alright?
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. The fool I am. Please. Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him.
I do not know if we can save him. Demons do not listen to reason.
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him, and sometimes he breaks through. Please. I just want to protect him.
Isn't that what started this? You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret, to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away. I thought if he learned just enough to hide it, then... Upstairs in his room. I think the demon has been keeping him alive.
So if we destroy the demon, then...
Then my husband may perish. Yes.
I think he ran upstairs, to the family quarters.
Violence scares him. I know that sounds strange. He may have run up to his room, or... I don't know. The fighting may have scared Connor into... coming out again, and so he ran.
So you're saying he may be vulnerable?
Perhaps. Is there no other way? None. I trusted Logain. Why wouldn't I? How could I have suspected the mage he sent would be a murderer?
And Eamon knew nothing of your plans. Do you not realize what you've done, Isolde?
Eamon would only demand we do the right thing. I was not going to lose my son. Not to magic. Magic runs in my family. The ones who had it were all terrible, sinful men. I didn't know what to do when I found out.
And so you brought doom upon us all and death to your own son.
No. No, please. There must be another way. There must be something we can do.
I wouldn't normally suggest slaying a child, but he's an abomination. I'm not sure there's any choice.
We can't kill a young boy, demon or no demon. Please don't say we're considering that.
Connor is my nephew. But he is also possessed by a demon. Death would be merciful.
No? What about the mage? He could know something of this demon. If he still lives, we could speak to him. Then we should bring him here immediately. I do not know how much we can trust him. But we must find out what he knows. Tegan, could you find him?
I will try. Though if he resists, I will not hesitate to kill him. I'll return shortly.
You're lucky to be alive, Jown. After all you've done.
I didn't summon any demon, Lady Isolde. But I did poison the owl, and that started all this. I'm willing to help if you'll let me. The demon in Connor needs to be destroyed. Killing Connor is the easiest way to do that, certainly. But there is another way. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade, without hurting Connor himself.
What do you mean? Is the demon not within Connor?
Not physically, The demon approached Connor in the Fade while he dreamt and controls him from there. We can use the connection between them to find the demon.
You can enter the Fade, then? And kill the demon without hurting my boy?
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and several mages, but I have blood magic. Yes, that's right. The ritual I know, it requires life energy. A lot of it. All of it, in fact.
So, someone must die? Someone must be sacrificed?
Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because I'm doing the ritual. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's not much of an option.
So just to kind of do a brief recap, the mages are born with inherent magic. Not everybody has magic in this world, in this game series, but like people are born with it, and it kind of has a genetic component. It runs in families. And the chantry, the religion, kind of works to control the mages by making them live in Ferelden, at least live in the mages' towers. They can't really leave without permission. They have to pass their harrowing in order to become a full mage, or they will die in the process, or they'll become tranquil if they don't want to do that. Basically, the harrowing is like they're tempted by a demon and they have to choose no, because making a deal with the demon is what makes them an abomination. Because the demons are seeking a way out of the Fade, and they use mages to do that. Mages have a stronger connection to the Fade than the average elf or human or Kunari. The dwarfs don't have mages. They don't dream. They don't have any connection to the Fade, so they can't use magic, which means they're less susceptible to lyrium, which is why they mine and kind of like harvest it. So the chantry controls the resource that is lyrium. Mages need lyrium in order to, that's what gives them their mana and allows them to perform spells and use their abilities. The chantry also, to keep the Templars are given the ability to kind of like manage mages by nullifying their magic, but to control the Templars are kind of a police force for the church, and the Templars, the chantry controls them by getting them addicted to lyrium and controlling the supply. So the chantry controls the supply of lyrium to the mages that are not apostates, that are like playing by the rules, and to the Templars that manage the mages and kind of control them and subdue them when necessary. The chantry controls them by keeping them addicted to it. So the question then, I guess, is, and I don't think there's an answer, like a right answer to this, but like most of the mages tend to find blood magic, or the idea of blood magic, distasteful. It doesn't have to, because there are like violent mages that will kill people to fuel their magic, because basically instead of using lyrium, you use like a life force to fuel your magic. But what Jowin has done so far is just use his own blood to fuel his magic. So far we have not seen him kill somebody to use their life force for his magic. He's only done it on himself. So it stands to reason it's possible to be a blood mage and only use yourself, or only use like consensual volunteers. But also there's that possibility of like killing people just to fuel your magic. So is blood magic really inherently evil the way the chantry kind of portrays it? Or are they against it because it would mean mages aren't dependent on them for lyrium to perform their magic? So just something to think about and keep in mind as the story goes on. The situation with the chantry and the mages is going to become very important in the next game. The way the story kind of progresses and develops in the second game is kind of why it's my favorite, even though it has some other issues that make it not quite as good as the other two games. But like just kind of anytime there's something that comes up about the chantry and mages and that whole distribution of power and the way things are kind of managed, like it's just kind of put a pen in it and remember it for later, because it's all going to come back as we carry on through the series.
The power has to come from somewhere, and that means either lyrium or blood.
Then let it be my blood. I will be the sacrifice.
What? Isolde, are you mad? Eamon would never allow this.
Either someone kills my son to destroy that thing inside him, or I give my life so my son can live. To me, the answer is clear.
Blood magic. How can more evil be of any help here? Two wrongs don't make a right.
Connor is blameless in this. He should not have to pay the price.
You're the mage here, not I, my friend. It's you who would be going into the Fade. The decision is yours.
You can find lyrium and more mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it. That is an excellent point. One of the treaties is also for the Circle of Magi, after all.
The tower is about a day's journey across the lake. You could attempt to get the mage's help.
But what will happen here? Connor will not remain passive forever.
Very well. I will keep Jowan here as a precaution. He says he wants to help, so he will keep an eye on Connor with us. Go to the tower quickly, then. The longer you are away, the greater the chances of disaster.
So we have three options. Kill Connor, let Jowan use blood magic and kill Isolde to save Connor, or go to the Circle of Magi at the tower and ask them for help. And we went with option C, which means hopefully that everybody lives. And also now Jowan's doing his part to help make amends by helping them keep an eye on Connor. I headcanon or assume that like Tegan is prepared to kill Connor if he needs to, like while we're gone. But like they said, the Mage's Tower is only a day away, so we have the time. I want to finish exploring the castle, but we can't really go upstairs because that'll trigger a confrontation with Connor. So let me look at the map. That is the second floor. Is it courtyard? Basement. Basement. Okay, so I think if we just explore on this floor, we'll be fine. I think we can, after the... Oh, I forgot about this. I really should have saved.
Right there.
Oh no, he knocked me over. Came back in kind. Run away. If I run in here, will they help us? No, they're just gonna stand there and be like, oh look, suits of armor are attacking. I guess I died. Oh no, I really hope I don't have to do all that again. Poor Pancake. Poor Pancake. Please don't make me do all of that again. I have a bad thought. I have a bad feeling. Please don't make me do it all again. No. No. I'm upset. I'm gonna get through it as fast as I possibly can. Like, what's the point of having autosave enabled if, like, it doesn't ever autosave? Actually, just because I've already done this and I want to save us as much time as possible, let me put it on casual or easy just to get us back to where we were, and then I'll put it back on normal just to make it easier and go by faster.
Show them the might of Redcliffe.
This guy, are you just done? You just leaving?
As you said.
We good? Still got battle music. What's the situation?
took a bad shot in that fight.
You're fine. Everybody's fine. Well, Alistair's probably not. He needs a injury kit. Alright, I'm gonna get through it as fast as I possibly can. I should have saved before we continued exploring. That was my fault.
It is begun.
I mean, just in case, I'm gonna go ahead and save here now, but should have done that too, but
Oh, I remember.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. Connor.
It. But let's keep things civil. To help me.
More enemies ahead.
Here comes trouble. Defend yourself. Come and get it.
It shall be done.
Tegan, please. Connor's... He's not always... If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away.
I would...
We can't kill a young boy. No? What about the...
But they... What do you mean? Not...
You...
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and a... So... Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because...
Then let...
What?
Either...
Blood.
Con...
You're the mage here, not I, my friend. It's you.
You can find lyrium and more mages at the...
The tower.
But what will happen here?
Very... Go to the tower.
okay. That didn't take too long to get us caught back up. Let me put the difficulty back. And save. Okay. Now we'll go fight the suits of armor and go explore the rest of this floor of the castle. We'll have to explore the rest of it after we come back. Or we may not be able to, but I don't want to accidentally trigger the confrontation with Connor because there's no getting out of it once you do that. Which that way is back to the courtyard. So there's no other passages that way. If I need to get in that room, there's something in there we need. I wish I could like trigger it without doing this.
Give them the advantage! Very well. It shall be done. It is begun.
Okay, I think I'll put it back on easy just to beat the stupid suits of armor so that we can keep going. Because we still have no health potions. Just for the suits of armor, though. And then I'll put it back. So that I can electrocute all of them without hurting my friends. And flame them. instead. I drew all their attention with my flames. They're still tough, even on easy. Oh no! Not the puppers. He's still on his feet, but just barely. Come on, Pancake. I know you can do it. Did he do it? He did it. Good for you, Pancake. He's a good boy. He took on all those mean suits of armor all by himself. I'm not sliding into permanent casual. That fight's unnecessarily hard, I think, for just like trying to get into a room. And so yeah, I just didn't feel like doing that 100 times. You know, there's some things like I don't mind the challenge. Also, like the combat style in Mass Effect, I feel like I'm better at, so therefore I like the challenge of playing it on insanity like every time. But this game, like,
It shall be done.
Sometimes I want the challenge, and sometimes I just want to enjoy like the world and the immersion and the story. And I don't like being slowed down in that by having to like fight the same thing 30 times till I figure out how to beat it. Different games, different vibes. Like the first time I played like BioShock, I played it kind of on the easiest setting, and then like as I played them again, like I kind of got more used to the combat style and started playing them on a harder difficulty, and it actually makes it a lot more fun for me. Like that when I kind of like the problem solving of figuring out how to get past the enemies and how to kill them and all that. It just depends on the game, you know. Sometimes I want that challenge. I have this playthrough of Skyrim I've been working on for like a couple of years. I keep kind of like coming back to it. I'm trying to see like if I can, because it's with the update that came out a while ago, you can kind of level up indefinitely. So like but I've been playing it on the hardest difficulty, like legendary. So like sometimes like I'm in the mood to do that. That's the great thing about Skyrim though, is you can kind of do whatever you're in the mood for. So like I'll sit there and like fight the same Draugr Death Lord for like 2 hours, you know, trying to figure out how to get past him and bring his health down so I can kill him. And then like other days I'm just like crafting shit just cause. Making stuff for my house, you know, that kind of thing. But we had to come in here because Alistair's mother's amulet was in here, the one he told us about before, and we had to get it for him. Oh, I need an injury kit. I think Alistair needs one too, and that's all of them, so everybody else will have to wait until later. Which one has gifts? I forget. Oh, it's here, I think. Where is it? There it is.
This is my mother's amulet. It has to be. But why isn't it broken? Where did you find it? Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that? Maybe he did. He might even have brought it with him one of those times he came to see me at the monastery. Not that I would have given him a chance, as belligerent as I was to him. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from his... When he recovers, that is. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. Huh. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things. Ho, ho, ho. See this gesture I'm making? Can you hear that?
I said, sorry, did you say something? Alistair's got some serious dad issues because he never knew his birth father. It doesn't seem like he had like his mother, at least the woman he knew to be his mother, had a husband or a partner, so like he didn't really have a dad growing up, but he never knew his actual father, King Merrick, because he died when Alistair was little, a baby. He lost Duncan, who was kind of like a father figure to him just recently, and now Earl Eamon, who is kind of like the dad who raised him, is like knocking on death's door, very ill. So he's got a lot of emotional baggage going on. Or not, because he's kind of a golden retriever. But golden retrievers can have emotional baggage. I guess, I don't know. So wait, if we go... Let's save. I want to see if it's possible to explore, because I think we get cut off from part of the castle after this quest. I want to see if we can, like, because we haven't found Owen's daughter. I think she's down in the basement. But I want to see if we can explore more of it without triggering the Connor fight. Like, you're just an actual human. Why are you fighting us? Oh, I guess he's being controlled by the demon, too. Sorry, Alistair. Yeah, we wanted that vault key. That's that locked door we passed before, I think. We found a health potion. Ooh, Leliana.
What is
Your time
it?
to shine. Open the trunk. Or chest.
As you say.
Allow me.
Oh, that's also
I
locked.
could do that for you.
So let's see, where is that? That's the second floor. Okay, so save again. I believe you can like see Connor like in the hall when you're getting close to him. So when we see him, we just won't go any closer, and then that should stop it. Or he's in a room. So if we open the door and see Connor, we run away screaming and don't engage. Because we want to save the little boy's life. We don't want to have to kill him. We are going to take all their stuff, though. I am shameless about that. I'm taking all the loot.
Careful. I think they've seen us.
Oh, they were playing dead.
Here comes trouble.
I'm just going to use him just long enough to use threatening. Well, that was supposed to pull focus, but... Oh, no. Pancake, I think you're going to get overwhelmed. Yep. At least I had saved. This time.
It shall be done.
I like the string pizzicato and the soundtrack here. It's creepy in a good way. It fits the situation.
Very well.
Can I trigger the ones that are playing dead without engaging? No. I'm gonna deal with this guy. He's begun. I'm gonna wait and only use the area effect spells if I need to. Since that seems to draw them all to me, because they're like, oh, you're the one who causes the most damage. again? Get them, Pancake. Get those meanies. Oh, sad. The threat system in this game is really tricky. Like, the whole point is for the tank to draw all the, like, aggression. But we got the stuff out there, didn't we? Yes. But if you're a mage, as soon as you cast a big spell, they're like, oh no, never mind. So I need to give, there are some like items and things that have like, that boost your threat levels, so I need to find those and give them to Alistair / Sten when he's with us. And even Pancake. I did give Pancake the better collar and the war paint, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I'm just gonna sprint this way. Try something different.
As you say. Go to give them the advantage!
Damn it! Yeah, we did it. Good job, Pancake.
Nothing like a brush with death to make you
Pancake's
not
doing
like
a
that
great
much.
job. Hey, good boy. Do I have a treat? Can I give him a treat? Oh, I do. I have a lamb bone. You get a treat for being such a good boy. I need to use an injury kit. Do I have any? I don't have any. So I'm just gonna have a... What is it I have? A ridged limb. That's not good. Alistair has a cracked skull. That makes sense. Liliana has crushed arm and head trauma. We are doing great. Oh, poor Pancake has a crushed skull, or a cracked skull too.
As you say.
Alright, let's save before we go in the other room. Sorry, Alistair. I actually was trying to use a different attack, but really stop him from getting flamed. It also set him on fire a little bit. I'm gonna beat Pancake. That stun growl thing he does is very useful.
It's embarrassing.
Liliana, let's not trash talk when there's a good chance we could all die. Let's maybe, yeah, let's not do that. Let's not invite disaster.
As you say.
Yes?
Oops, I didn't mean to click on her. But it's okay.
Redcliffe? I know little of it except that it is the domain of the Earl of Redcliffe. Redcliffe? I wonder how the name came to be. Is the clay here red? There are places in this world where the clay is a bright, strange red, and often, in the legends of such places, it is the red of blood. The blood of 1,000 men slaughtered in battle, or that of an innocent, unjustly slain. It stains the land that it may never be forgotten. Perhaps Redcliffe has one such tale. But I do not know it.
Or it's just Georgia. Because we had red clay in the backyard all the time growing up. Is that a thing in Tennessee? I've not bothered to look. You can tell I'm not very outdoorsy, but in Georgia there was red clay. I remember dinging it up on the playground and making a mess with it. I've like done kind of a complete turnaround, I guess. As a kid, I was that kid who was like not afraid of getting dirty, would just like literally sit and play in the mud. And now like I cannot stand being dirty. I'm not very outdoorsy. I enjoy a nice hike every now and then, and I'm open to the idea of going camping. I've never been outside of like Girl Scout camp as a kid, but I'm open to going camping if it's like a campground with like an actual shower and like bathroom, like actual toilets. Then I'm open to that. I'm open to sleeping in a tent, sleeping on the ground, as long as I can use an actual shower and an actual toilet. But yeah, like I remember playing in like when it would rain, we would go like make like on the playground, like not sand castles, but we would like build things out of the wet red Georgia clay, because it was more like, it was very hard, but it was like more malleable. I don't think red clay is a thing in Tennessee, but maybe I'm wrong. Andrew, tell me if I'm wrong. You've lived here most of your life. I apparently have never been outside in the 10 or so years I've lived here. It's not true. I just apparently don't pay attention. It feels so passive aggressive when like I talk to the friends, they tell me some like deep heartfelt story, and my response is, let's just move on. She's like, I didn't sign up to be your therapist. But she kind of is. There is red clay in Tennessee? Okay, I thought there was too. I just didn't, I thought maybe it wasn't quite as common as it is in Georgia. Save. There he is. So we don't want to go in there. That's so creepy though, isn't it? But we're not going to go in there because we don't want to have a confrontation with him. We're going to wait and try and save him with help from the rest of the mages. This is the vault, I think, where we can get all, yeah, stuff. We want the stuff.
Very well.
Inventory full. Okay, let's have a quick moment for inventory management. So we can throw away this, because I'm probably not going to bother making that kind of potion. I'm going to give Pancake the found cake. I know he found it for me, but I'm going to give it to him. Because he was a good boy and found it, and I really don't want to eat the cake that he slobbered all over. It was very sweet, very kind of him. I'm not going to eat it. We delete, I know we have, yeah, these, the blank vellums. They're just trash, basically, so get rid of those. And these are for Liliana. Like I said, there's a bit of a glitch with her. Okay, it's low enough. There's a bit of a glitch with her like loyalty quest. If you get her approval up too high too soon, you kind of accidentally bypass it, and I don't want to do that, so we have to kind of pace ourselves.
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely, and there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much.
Okay, so that should free up a little bit of space. No. Okay, so let's look at the gear, because we can get rid of some of the weaker gear. I don't think I've found anything for me. We found a lot of like armor and such, and like martial weapons. Is that what you call them? I think his sword is probably better. Well, he has 10% nature resistance and +6 to damage versus beast, but Oathkeeper gives him 1.5 armor penetration, but 10% of healing effects received, which would mean that if a mage friend heals him, or he takes a healing potion, he'll like get more healing points from it. But the other one also just does more base damage. Let's stick with the green blade. We could change later if we want to. Let's look at the... Oh, we got some heavy armor, but he doesn't have quite enough strength for it yet. See, his chainmail is better. His shield is better. Actually, let's give him Eamon's shield because it's got slightly better stats. Or it's got a better, it's got the +6 to the defense and +25 stamina. I think that'll be more helpful. That's the noble clothing. Where did we get that? That's not really worth much, so let's just get rid of that. And that basic shield's not really worth much, so we'll get rid of that. And let's say for Liliana, I think the hat she's got is better than those. But these gloves are better. And the boots she's wearing are better. That armor is slightly better. The numbers are so tiny, it's kind of hard to read. Well, let's look at the bows. It's like the one she's got is better. Oh, she can use a crossbow. I thought she couldn't use the crossbow. I thought you had to have more strength for that. So I'm going to give her the crossbow. I've never done that before. I've never given her the crossbow instead of like the regular bow. Let's do that. But I did forget she's got a second. I forgot about second weapon sets. I want to give her a set of melee weapons as backup. No one's really using the mace, so I can get rid of that. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I was trying to get rid of it. And then I can go into her settings, and if she's getting like swarmed by enemies, she can switch to her melee set and defend herself a little bit better. So let's do that in the tactics real fast. So for Liliana, if she is surrounded by enemies, by at least 2 enemies, she will switch to melee weapons. There we go. That should help her not die so much. Actually, she's been doing a pretty good job of not dying. Right now I should be able to finish gathering this loot. Oh, actually, is that bow better than the one she's got? I don't think it's going to be better than the crossbow. Let's give her some explosive bolts. That sounds like a fun time. If she's going to be using that. Where did it go, Fox? Oh, she doesn't have enough dexterity for it yet. So maybe later. Okay. I didn't mean for that to take so long. Sorry about that. I try to maintain inventory and equipment and all that as I go so that I'm never like just sitting here and doing that for an hour. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I wanted to save. I know it kind of like interrupts the flow a little bit. So, let's see. That was the room, I think back there is where Connor is. We don't want to, or is it? That part of the map's still a little fuzzy. It just won't go in the Connor room. Yeah, that's the creepy Connor room. We're not going in there. And we went in the vault, so I think we can leave now and go to the Tower of Magi.
I shall do it.
Or do whatever it is we're doing now. Because clearly there's more castles to explore. this. That's good. Save. Just anytime I fight something, I'm gonna save. Is that the bathtub?
Very well.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Okay, now I think we've explored everything. Time to go back down. We gotta go to the basement because I think that's where Velena is. That's Owen's daughter, the blacksmith.
As you say.
It's not the courtyard. We need... Not the dungeons. The cellar, I think. Oop. Can't get there from here. What am I missing? Oh, I'm just going the wrong way. But I missed some stuff.
It shall be done.
I like how we fought all their guards and they died, but like Isolde and Tegan don't care. They have nothing to say about it. Oh, can we go
I
through
am
there?
ready.
No, can't go through there. I think we have to go back through the courtyard. So we can get into the cellar. We could just leave and go directly to the village, or fast travel, I think, to the tower. But we gotta find Velena, so let's do that first. Where is it in the main castle? I just missed it. So I remember she's in like a... You just open a door and she's there. I think we have to find her on this trip or we lose the opportunity. So I don't want to leave until we've located her. I think I may have missed it. So I'm gonna go back. Oops, that's a stupid locked door. Go back to the cellar and then back to the dungeon. So we'll just have to take the long way back to make sure we find her.
Begun.
Key required? I guess we don't have this key. Don't know where to get that key. Yeah, we just missed it. She's right here.
Please, don't hurt me! I'm sorry. I'm so frightened. These monsters are everywhere. My name's Velena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she... all right? What happened to everyone? You know my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here? But the monsters... I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
more stuff. Oh, I don't want the fire crystal anyway. Because I don't bother making those potions either. Okay, now I think I can turn around and go back to the main gate. Oh, no, it's this way. I was right the first time. Doubted myself. That's the locked door. We can't get in. Wait, hang on. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so first thing we'll do is go back to town and tell Owen. Well, I mean, he should know because she was going to go directly to him, but kind of check in with Owen to wrap up that quest with saving Elena. Is that the right way? Yeah, because that's coming out of like the windmill. Is that right? Oh no, the windmill's here. It's kind of a shame that like you enter town so far away from like everything else, like all the places you need to be. Oh, we need to go check in with the lady at the tavern too. It's not this one. It's this one.
Too bad what happened to Lloyd. Couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow. I guess that makes it my tavern now, doesn't it? And that's thanks to you, Warden. I admit, for a while, I didn't think either of us would survive. It's good to see you did. You mean about helping me leave? I wouldn't hold you to that. You've already done so much for us. What do you have in mind? Travel with you? That sounds very dangerous. I don't think a woman like me would do well in that sort of life. I appreciate your offer, but I don't think I can do that.
I mean, if she wants to run the tavern, I mean, 100 silver, 500 silver might help her go get started somewhere else. But like, if she could just have the tavern and like run her own business, like, why not just do that?
That's sweet of you then, but I'll stay here if it's all the same. Anything I can get you?
Oh, I can sell her some of my stuff.
Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Oh, I want to take the health potions. Oh, my inventory's full. I can't take anything. Let's sell that. Sell that. Wait, why? What's happening? Why isn't it getting sold? I don't understand. Oh, is she just giving me stuff? Okay, and in that case, I'll just get rid of these. Because I'm not going to use those. And I'm not going to use the death root. And I'm not going to use the deep mushroom either. So I'm going to take the health poultices. The injury kits. Oh, and the flasks so I can make more health potions. And I'll take her elf fruit too. Oh. Oops. So let me get rid of... Get rid of just this basic longsword. Now before I forget about it, let's make the health potions so I have them when I need them later. And then, oh, I need to use the injury kit on myself. to use both of them because I have 2 injuries. We'll have to wait and get more for everybody else later. Well, no. Let me see. Who else has got 2 injuries? Alistair's got 2 injuries, so let's cure one of his, and then I can do the rest of them later. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have saved them because we're going to go to camp first anyway, and that heals the injuries. That was a waste. At least she gave them to me for free. I didn't pay for them, but anytime you go to camp, all their injuries get healed. Well, wrong word. So, I guess technically if the injuries get healed, you're killing an injury. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. I just misspoke. So, now I talk to Owen. I think we can sell him some of our extra stuff. Oh, he's right here.
My Valena returned. She told me of your daring rescue. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. Take this. A reward for your deed. It's dwarven made and should serve you well. Thank you again. I'm forever in your debt. You're welcome here, friend. What can I do for you? You're welcome to whatever I have, obviously. I'm at your service.
He's like one of those guys that we saved his daughter, so now like we're okay with him, friend for life. Like no matter what happens, I know I like that person. They're good. So let's keep the fox's bow in case we want to give that to Liliana later. And get rid of all these extras. Oop, not the bolts. And then the maul we can get rid of. And all these bits of armor. We'll have another friend later who needs like medium armor, but we'll have time to get more stuff. Hang on to that heavy plate mail for Alistair for once he's able to wear it. I think that's freed up enough space for now. Does he have a backpack upgrade? I don't see one. Okay, I think that'll help us for now.
You're welcome here, friend.
That's not what I meant to do.
What can I do for you? You're always welcome here, friend. May God be with you.
Just trying to click on the door. Oh, I think we can pick up some quests here. Yes, let's take all of them. Oh, we gotta talk to this guy too.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Yes.
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens. Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
As you say.
So, I know what most of these are because I've done them before. But one of the scraping the barrel, there are people we're telling to report to their post, and one of them is here. So we can do that while we're here. So I told you earlier I missed the general store, which would have given us like oil to light the corpses on fire. It was right here. I walked past it like 3 times. I don't know if anyone ever actually like sets up shop here. I think it's always empty. Oh no, I was wrong. This is Caitlin's house.
I shall.
The general store's somewhere nearby. Oh, it's this one over here. I think I almost went in here, but then I missed it. But if we had done this before the zombies attacked, we would have found this oil that we could have used to light them on fire. But I forgot, so we didn't have that. Which means that Murdoch might not have died because we would have been able to kill off more of the zombies faster.
On my way.
Oh well. Insufficient skill. Well, at least it's here. We can just come back later. Ooh, I wonder if Pancake can find anything. Oh no, why is he scared? You've done well, you're a good dog. He just lays down and rolls his eyes back in his head creepily. Why is he scared? Don't be scared. Give him pets. I wish there's actual, like, animation of player character petting the dog, but I'll take it. Oh, we gotta go talk to the... What's his face over here? It's the Mages Collective? Talk to him.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
He's wearing a silly hat, too.
Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet. Thank you, my friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
Gotta click on his bag here.
It shall be done.
And those would just be like fun little side quests to make us a little extra money as we go along. Is there a crate over there I can open? No, it says how many sparkles on it, so I assume I've already opened it. Okay, now we can go... Oh, first I want to go find that one guy, the Blackstone Irregulars guy that we're supposed to send back to work. Or deliver the letters of conscription. So there's one of those here, and then... Not one of those guys here. Oh, we did something. Let's go turn it in.
Though stung with 100 arrows, though suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
Oh, Liliana can level up. This time I'm for sure going to level up her luck picking if I can. I may not be able to take one of those perks yet. Yes, that's because it'll do the traps as well. So I should be able to unlock more chests and hopefully be able to actually disarm the traps this time. I don't know why I couldn't do it before. I think I should have been able to. This house up here with the bridge is the guy we gotta give the letter to, I think.
Yes? What can I do for you? I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
We have others we have to deliver those to, but we'll find them in the other places, other locations. Am I going to steal from his chest? If Liliana can get it open, I will. Health poultices, yes, we want those. I mean, he might need to take them to war with him, but that's beside the point. Let me double check the journal that we've done everything here. Okay, I think we're all caught up. So now we're going to go to camp and heal our injuries, most importantly. Can I fast travel from anywhere? I think so. We have these are like some of the side quests, but we all have injuries. So right now, let's go to camp. And then, since I've got about half an hour left, I think that's not quite enough time to start the Tower of Mage. So we'll do some of those side quests. Uh-huh.
You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman.
Excuse me, sir?
Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight. Why would women ever wish to be men? That makes no sense.
Do we have time to get into all of this now, Sten? I'm not sure we have time to unpack all of this tonight. It's been a long day.
Do they also wish to live on the moon? That's as attainable. One of those things can't be true. A person is born, Gunari or human or elven or dwarf. He doesn't choose that. The size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish, the land he comes from, the color of his hair, these are beyond his control. We do not choose, we simply are.
So, just to give you a little bit of context, like, first of all, you'll find as the series goes on, Sten is actually quite different from the other Kunari. He's kind of a unique individual from his people. The in story, one of the reasons in story is that like he is a hornless Kunari, and that's very rare. And his job is often given to hornless Kunari because they are found to be less intimidating to elves and humans and other races. That is kind of retcon for the fact that like they didn't get to like design the Kunari, I think, the way they ultimately wanted to in the first game. All the Kunari you run into in this first game look like Sten. But really you'll see their design evolves a bit, and in the second game they have horns. And so kind of a retcon, but it's kind of a creative way, I think, to work that into the story. But he is very much depicted as being like very curious about other cultures and learning about the world around him, which isn't always typical of Kunari in this world, in this story. I find the Kunari to be fascinating. Their culture and all the way their story is built up in the game is one of my favorite parts of this entire like lore. It's really interesting and cool. But what he's referring to is like the way their society works. They have a very like, I don't know what the right word is for it, but like people, they have like a very strict way of doing everything. Like his people, like they're kind of, when they're born, they're raised by not by their parents, but by people who their job is being caretakers of children, and their skills are kind of assessed and evaluated, and their job and their like life trajectory is kind of determined by that. And what he's referring to is, if I remember, no, I'm just kind of going off memory, what I've read like from other bits around the game and outside the game from like the Dragon Age Wiki and all that, but like they kind of, when they assign the jobs, they kind of delineate them by gender. And so like in the Kunari society, like the females are not fighters, if I remember correctly, because they're a theocratic society. They're governed by the Kun, which is their religion. So actually like the name for like the race of people that they are has been lost, and they called themselves Kunari because that's the religion they follow. What's the prophet's name? I can't remember the name of the prophet that like wrote their holy text. It'll come up in the second one. But like they basically call like, so there's another name that they give for like members of, it's become kind of interchangeable outside of their people. Like they refer to that race of people as Kunari, even though it has more to do with the religion they follow than like their actual like biological race. But they call Kunari who don't follow the Kun they call them Talvashoth, and then they call non-Kunari converts to the Kun, so like elves, humans, dwarfs, etc., they call them Vidathari. I think that's right. But he's a bit unique and because he's actually asking these questions instead of just being like, oh, that's wrong. So that's, even though it comes across as very closed-minded and limited, it is, but it's also like a good thing because he's curious about the world around him and how people do differently. So that's what he's having trouble reconciling, is that our player character is a female but kind of a warrior mage, and he's like, these two things can't be true. I think the way it works in their society is that like the very generic dividing point between the male and female Kunari is that the male Kunari like philosophers figure out like what the holy texts mean, and then the female Kunari like elders figure out how that applies and functions in their society, something like that. If you have time to like look it up in the Dragon Age wiki, read a lot. Well, tread carefully if you're trying to avoid spoilers, but the Kunari lore is very interesting to me. I would love, if I have feelings about what I've seen for the new game that's meant to come out at some point. I have feelings, and I don't think I'm going to be happy with it right now. I'm open to being proved wrong, or being proven wrong, rather. But I would love to see more of the Kunari and their history, and like the inner workings of the people in their society. So now I'm going to tell them that people get to choose what they do.
Can they? We'll see.
He disapproves a little bit, but at least he's asking questions instead of just doing something worse / more negative / more harmful.
Yes. Sitting, as you observed.
Actually, sir, you were standing.
It's what you asked. I did. Parshera, was there anything else? Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised. To answer a question. The Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here. Yes. Never. I cannot go home. Thank you. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting. Speak, then.
Oh, I guess can't ask him follow-up questions right now.
I am hardly surprised.
You know, like, you don't seem to have a lot of patience for my character's questions when you ask an awful lot yourself.
As you wish.
So I think we have presents for him. This painting is for him because he likes art. I'm not kidding. All the like artsy things you find go to Sten.
I am impressed. My thanks.
And let's see. Let's give away some more of them to get them out of the inventory. I might have to look some of them up. I know who that one goes to. I know who the wine goes to. I know who that one goes to. I think this one goes to Alistair, but I'm not sure. Let me look it up. There's like a list. One of the perils of trying to use any of the game wikis is dealing with all the pop-up ads. You're not going to tell me who it goes to? Just the list? Yes, it goes to Alistair.
I could get used to this, you know.
And then there's the stone dragon statuette. Also goes to Alistair.
Is that for me? Really?
And with that golden rope necklace, I think.
Wow.
Oh, it does have them. It does by category. Oh, we were supposed to give the cake to the dog. Good. Yep, this necklace, the golden rope necklace, goes to Morrigan. See, we're buying our friends' affection.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
I think that one can go to anyone. Because there are some that, like, Could go to anybody. No, that one goes to somebody else. No spoilers. I think the rest of these are generic ones that I could give to anybody, so I like to hang on to them and give them to anyone who we've accidentally offended and need to buy back their affection. Let's go to, before we talk to friends, let's go to, blanking on his name, Bodon. I couldn't remember his name for a second, and sell him the stuff we don't need.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
I already have a silly hat. I am maxed out on silly hats.
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose. One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that. Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back. You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you? Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
I mean, it's very sweet that he adopted Sandal and takes care and loves him, but, like, can you imagine standing right next to your child and being like, yeah, he's not quite right in the head. Poor Sandal. But I think they're cute. I love that Bodon really cares about him and adopted him, but, like, he's standing right there and you just called him slow. At least whisper it. At least stage whisper it. He just says it so matter-of-factly. I guess he's just very honest. Bodon is one of those, what do they call it, like, radically honest individuals.
It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
So Sandal's a bit of a savant with enchanting, making runes and enchanting weapons and things. I headcanon that he could either is like the first dwarf or the first dwarf that we meet that might actually be able to dream or have access to the Fade. And I would love to see his character developed more in future games, but I don't know that they will. Because, spoiler alert, minor spoiler, he and Bodon are not in the third game, which I'm sad about. I wish they had been there. So I don't know if that means Bioware was done with them, or maybe they'll come back later. Who knows?
I hear news from Dinnerham that Tyrn Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Buy all the health potions. Or does he have a backpack upgrade? Yes, we want that. And injury kits. We'll be good now because we can't, but I want those for later. I don't think I actually need this right now. Not to make the basic lyrium and health potions. That frees up some space. Looks like his stuff. There's a cool staff that I can't afford. Almost, but not quite. He's got the rest of the blood dragon plate. Well, let's get... Oh, they're expensive. That's the same as what I have. He doesn't have much mage stuff, at least not at the moment. Let's look at the jewelry and accessory stuff. Does he have any of the ones that alter threat levels? Not at the moment. These buy us like skill points, but I don't have enough money for them at the moment. And these are more gifts, but we'll deal with those later. Oh, we had one more dialogue.
If there's anything
or
I
dialogue
can
point
do
that we
for you,
didn't
please,
get to.
Please tell me. Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Lost Tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming. People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
I don't necessarily approve, but I'm going to allow it to continue to happen.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend. Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
I think one of Alistair's weapon, or his weapon, might be
Enchantment?
enchantable, so we can do that.
Enchantment!
Yeah, the green blade has room for one, so let's give him some spell resistance. I think that would be good. And then put lightning on Leliana's backup sword. Now let's finish talking to our friends.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Dinnerham soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up. I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But After I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking, and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim. No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the Blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know. Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Oh, nope, don't run over there. Oh, I forgot to check to see if that other armor would work for him. It's hard for me to keep track of like where their stats are at. Oh yeah, that Dwarven armor that Owen gave us would be better for him. Well, wait, is it? It's got better bonuses, but it's not better armor. Never mind. I change it back. Is Pancake playing? No, just ran. Yeah, he's just barking. He's laying down. He wants me to come talk to him. I will come
Something
talk
on
to
your
him
mind?
soon. No, I'm not gonna flirt with him. He's not my type. Not this character's.
Of course.
I told you I've already picked for each game who will be romancing, and I've done it based on what I think makes the most interesting story. Like, sort of through the whole series, but for each individual game. The third game, I think it makes a good story, but it's also my personal favorite. There's one option that might be more interesting for the overarching story, but I like the one I pick. But yeah, I've already decided. So if you had your hopes up that it would be romancing Alistair in this playthrough, I'm sorry to disappoint. Not going to be a romancing Alistair this playthrough.
Such as they are. That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands. Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfelds, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go. I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us. I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere. Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
Hello, Paper Pelt. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. How was your stream?
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Something on your mind?
What were you playing? Hello, Jess. Oh, you love that man on screen. I think Alistair's fun. He's very much golden retriever boyfriend, isn't he? I just said I'm not romancing him for this playthrough. I have other plans, but yeah, he's kind of like got that like adorable golden retriever puppy thing going on. That's kind of his energy. I don't know if Barry's here today, but they like Alistair so far. Are you playing Dragon Age 2? Awesome. Are you on Origins or are you on one of the others? And is it your first playthrough? This is not my first playthrough. I have played through this series many times. I don't know how many. Not quite as many as Mass Effect, but a lot. Enough to have done all the romances and all the things. Who am I planning to romance? Some people who've been watching might have figured it out, but I'm not saying just yet. Even though I've played many times, I'm trying to like keep the spoilers under wraps as much as possible. I have decided, and my hint I'm giving is it's the one I think makes for an interesting element to like the overarching story. So you could probably figure it out from there if you're familiar with the story. Was that the last of my questions? I think I have some more. We just finished doing Redcliffe Castle, and we're taking a break in camp before going to the Mage's Tower. Just finished Origins, but doing the DLC. You know, the DLC for this game are great, but I was thinking about like kind of trying to figure out how long I would get to stream this, like how long it would take me to get through just the first game. And I was thinking about it, I thought I had it figured out, and then I remembered how like Awakening is just like it's almost like an entirely like it's a standalone game. It's so long. And so I'm looking forward to playing it too, but there's quite a bit of material there, and it's great, but it'll almost like double the stream time from just the main game. And then like the other ones, the Golems of Dwarven City or whatever, I always forget how to pronounce Amalg or something, Amalgam, whatever, however you say it. I'll play that one. I'll play Witch Hunt, and I'll play Liliana's Song too. But I'm hoping I can do those fairly quickly, but Awakening I think it's probably going to double the length of streaming the game. You're hoping to play them all before the new one, but you don't know if you'll have after hearing about Awakening. Yeah, it's a long one. It's a long one, and playing things on stream takes way longer. That's the thing I learned doing Mass Effect. I've played Mass Effect so many times, and it took me, because I only stream on this channel a couple times a week, it took me a year and a half to do the whole thing, which works because I know the game and I know the story, so I didn't need to worry about dipping out too much. But I way underestimated how long it takes to stream a game. I'm mostly a music streamer. That's what I do on my main channel, and it's a little bit different vibe and different kind of setup and flow. But like I'm learning a lot from game streaming too. It's teaching me to multitask better on stream for sure. But thank you so much for the raid. I don't want to click out of this screen and lose the audio, but I will give you a follow as soon as I am done with the game. I really appreciate the raid, and maybe I can return the favor sometime. But I don't want to mess up. I've had a couple issues with this game crashing on me, so I try to like minimize the number of things that I do. Like while I'm streaming it, just to protect the experience as much as possible. But I'll shoot you a follow as soon as I am done I'll probably do it once I close stream, and I'll follow you. But thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Let's see. I think we've asked him about being the Templars last time. We did the Grey Wardens. Let's do how you become
Same way you
Warden.
did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills. You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky. I don't know. Maybe. When he came looking for recruits, I just remember praying fervently to the Maker that he would pick me. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have. No, it's... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be... It's fine. He died a hero. They all did. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
No worries, Paper Pal. Have a good lurk and have a good meal. Have a good rest of your day. I really appreciate the raid. Thank you for bringing your friends over here. I have a somewhat embarrassing confession to make. I have not raided anybody from this channel yet. Since it's my second channel, I don't use it as much. I usually watch other music streamers from my main channel. Every now and then I watch other game streamers from here, but like lately I've been more focused on the music channel things. But I've checked a couple times and I haven't done the best job of like networking with people doing game streams and following them. So like the couple times I've checked, like no one I followed was live, and I think now it's a lot easier. I realized I was experimenting with the new raid tool. It's easier to find other people that you're not following to raid. But before, I at least found it clunky to like locate someone else to raid who you're not already following. But I need to do that. I need to get on that.
Did you always live in an alienage? Was it very terrible?
Did I live in the alienage? I guess I was in the alienage for a bit before going to the tower. So she would have left the alienage when she was quite young, so I don't know how well she would remember it.
I have never been to the Denerim alienage, but I hear that life is hard and there is so much squalor. In Orlais, most elven servants live in the homes of their masters, often in great wealth and luxury. I've known elven servants with servants of their own. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at. No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry. Of course. I am sorry if I implied otherwise. Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about. Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair? It's very nice and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. One year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels. Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me. You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company. And what would you do if I said I do? Very much so, in fact. There's no one else I'd rather spend time with. Come then, let's get going. If I recall correctly, you have some important earth-shattering business to attend to.
Important earth-shattering business, like taking a nap before we travel more. Let's see. I want to try and wrap up talking to everybody before end streams. Let's go talk to Morgan. Let's talk to Pancake first. I don't want to cycle through like all of their dialogue. Like you do get some new ones as you go along, but I don't want to like use up all the dialogue in like one trip to camp. So I want to make sure we have some for each of them each time we visit camp. interactions with Pancake are simple. We give him pets. I think the default name for the dog, which I think you only learn if you play the Darkspawn Chronicles, is that the dog's like default name, or like the, I don't know if you'd call it canon, but like the, or like the developer's name. But anyway, it's Barkspawn, which I think is also adorable. But I like Pancake.
What do you wish of me? If you must. Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I? Oh, what luck. What is it you asked? If I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness. For the most part, Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for. Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested. Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting? Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again. Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Oh. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
She's so mean to Alistair. I'd like to think that she eventually grows to have, like, a little bit of fondness for him and thinks of him more as a lovable dope than just a dope, but I don't have high hopes.
What do you wish of me? We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Oh, I'm not gonna ask her why she's still here. That's rude. Not rude to our friends.
What do you wish of me? If you must. 'Tis the child abomination you speak of from the haunted castle? If what you seek is to remove the demon from the child without harming the child, there is a way indeed. There is a connection between the child and the demon, one which can be followed to the demon's true form within the Fade. There, the demon can be battled directly. Only a mage may enter the Fade. It requires lyrium and a group of mages to cast the ritual, neither of which we have, yes? And had we those things, it would still fall on one mage alone to defeat the demon. No simple task, but there you have it.
Okay, so that sounds like oh, look at her pile of stuff. I don't know if I just didn't notice that before, but she's got like a little workstation. I wonder what kind of potions she's making. So let's just leave it there. We've talked to everybody. So on next stream, we will go to the Tower of Magi and go with the intention of recruiting people to help us save Connor from the demon that's possessing him. Gotta save. So many saves. But have a really nice night, and I'll see you all again soon.